Johnson comes in for Grant, and Turner's subbed in for Andre Robertson. Smitty, early in a season, how many of these surprising losses can really be considered upsets, do you think?
You know, the great teams, they look at it's like a marathon. They're looking to just get better. But I think for the younger teams, they will love to gain some confidence in knocking off some of these playoff favorites or these teams that's been, I guess, picked by us, the media and the fans, as the favorites. But I think a lot of teams look at it as let's just build. It's more about building to the end of the season versus at the beginning of the season.
Taking a look at the Thunder, Amir Johnson is out there with Adams. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Paul George. And it's Turner in at the 2 spot. Rudy Gay's checked in for New Orleans. Westbrook with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Here's Brown. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 2. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Turner passes to George. Oklahoma City moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Brown against Westbrook. Shoots over Brown. And the shot is long. Pelicans leading by 4. To the paint. Okafor. Got it. Good job in the low post. Okafor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Right side Westbrook. All sorts of time. Oklahoma City the rebound. And Okafor with the block. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a 3-point play chance for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So for the Pelicans, Laverne, he's checked in for Okafor. Solomon Hill comes in for Davis. And Jordan Crawford is subbed in for Burke. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Schroeder's checked in. Thunder trailing by 9. Johnson outside. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Johnson outside. Nobody near George. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 8 points for Paul George.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Brown. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Dennis Schroeder. The Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And Brown drops them both. Here's Turner. 12 points his last outing. Johnson outside. Pass to George. Kicks it to Schroeder. It's deflected. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Brown's got the ball. That pushes it to double digits. Brown's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against a letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast or do they go right for the juggler?
That one goes. Count it. And that's 10 points for George.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Paul George with the steal. Here's Turner. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Oklahoma City.
And not a lot of teams can be successful with a focus on the mid-range game. But these guys make that a focal point of their offense. A lot of their scoring opportunities this season from 10 to 20 feet out.
That one misses. You know, Steve, when it comes to playing with maximum intensity, who is at the top of the list for you?
Russell Westbrook by far. I mean, this guy right now is
right.
all intensity. I think Draymond Green is another one of those guys. Marcus Smart. I think the Morris twins, those guys step up for me. Just speed and power. They play with a lot of intensity. It's all over their demeanor.
Johnson outside. Schroeder looking around from the wing. Here's Adams. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. On the free throw, no good.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19 already a physical specimen and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Here's Brown. Here's Laverne. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Pelicans lead by 11. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Schroeder outside. Fires from the line. Then Adams with the slam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Brown, good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Thunder trailing by 11. Johnson outside. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Turner off the drive.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. The pass to Schroeder. And it's sent back by Hill.
I can't believe he hasn't hit a shot all period. Someone else needs to step up and help close the gap.
Brown against Schroeder. Laverne. And Adams sends it back. Thunder trailing by 9. Nobody near Schroeder. His three-pointers off the mark.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter. And obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
Johnson left side. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Brown inside. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and Steven Adams.
He's doing just an unbelievable job at just.
You know, so much of leadership is that emotional component, motivating guys to give their all.
And Russ certainly leads by example with his competitive zeal, but he understands also he's got to bring his teammates with him.
And And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
Well, you can erase a lot of defensive mistakes when you have shot blockers lurking in the background.
Chandler out there with Laverne. Then there's Jordan Crawford. Then there's Brown. And it's Hill in at the 3 spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, insanity in their last outing against the Nets put on a show. He ended with 31 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. His dominating performance gave the team exactly what it needed to end the losing streak. And I'm sure he'll be looking to lead him again tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
Clock at 6. Deep 2 from Crawford. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Johnson. Back to Schroeder. Shoots from the high post. That's good on the jump shot. Schroeder's got his first points of the game.
And for Dennis Schroeder, that's a shot the defense will give him because of his ability to blow by people.
Here's Brown. The kick out to Hill. Bangs home the trifecta. Hill's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Takes the 13-footer. Here's Johnson, and he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 5.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
And so Crawford will bring it up for New Orleans. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Brown. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Schroeder against Brown. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 9 points with the basket from Schroeder.
We talk about Schroeder's toughness. Just shrugs off the hit and keeps on going.
Brown against Schroeder. And the shot goes in. And that's 17 points for insanity.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Because they've been patient. They're finding good shots. That's why they've hit a much higher percentage from the floor.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Steve, we know plenty of NBA players who are still inconsistent at the free throw line. Just how much of a skill issue is free throw shooting and how much is mental?
You know, I think for a lot of guys,
the Thunder shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And that one falls for Westbrook.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
Davis inside, defended by George. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Brown.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Schroeder outside. Five on the clock. Here's Westbrook, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Russell Westbrook He is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation.
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Here's Brown. No good on the shot. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And Insanity picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the 1 for 2. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 5 of 9 at the line. And the first one at the line is good.
Dennis Schroeder is...
And so it's New Orleans up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. It's time now to go courtside as we send in for Burke. So for Oklahoma City right now, Andre Robertson out there with Paul George. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Brown the pass to Chandler. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Rebound by Drew Holiday. New Orleans leading by 8. It's Brown on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Brown against Westbrook. Right at the free throw line. They get it again. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
That free throw good from Laverne. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 11-point game. Pass to George. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. George has got 21.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Russell Westbrook. For New Orleans, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. That free throw good from Brown. Steve, when you look back at your career, which years do you remember playing your best brand of basketball?
You know, I think obviously when you're younger, you feel like you have more of an impact with your skill level to go along with your athleticism. I think my best run was about a 5 or 6 year run when I was playing with the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trail Blazers. Those two teams, I think I had my best run.
Schroeder kicks to Adams. Back to Schroeder. Drops in the tray. Schroeder's got 11.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Anthony in the corner. Schroeder against Brown. Shoots over Schroeder. And Adams sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Shot clock at 5. Brown kicks to Chandler. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. A shot by Holiday, no good. Thunder trailing by 7. To the wing right side. Back to Robertson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And they pick up 2. And that's 13 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
Brown against Schroeder. And it's Brown missing. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. New Orleans leading by 5. Anthony, the pass to Brown. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Schroeder. And Insanity picks up the foul. That's his 5th foul.
Just a little too aggressive. His 5th foul of the night. Expect them to go right at him to try to pick up number 6.
New Orleans making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Turner's checked in for Oklahoma City. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shamet guarded by Holiday. Schroeder, and again, no good by Oklahoma City.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Holiday dishes to Brown. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Brown. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Holiday left side. They need this one. Here's Chandler. And Adams sends it back. Outside Turner. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And it's all evened up. Schroeder's got 16 points.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Hill, he's checked in for LeVert. New Orleans has gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got 20.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
Brown laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
The pass to Adams. Back to Schroeder. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with a statement finish.
Schroeder against Brown. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Pelicans with possession here. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Gay.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
Schroeder against Brown. Tipped away. Now Gay pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Brown.
Excellent setup. Gay has worked on his court vision over the years. Pays off right there.
Thunder trailing by 3. Schroeder kicks to Turner. 1:44 left to play in the third. Beyond the arc. And the 3 ball is good. He has 7.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Kept alive. And that one's good by Gay.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Turner finds Schroeder. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Thunder have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
That free throw good from Turner. New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor is checked in for Chandler. And it's Burke in for Drew Holiday. New Orleans has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Brown. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For New Orleans, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. That free throw good from Brown. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 3. And George kicks to Turner. George looking over the floor. And Okafor with the block. They retain possession. Clock at 2. Scooped up. Goes up again. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Over Brown. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 12 points now in the quarter.
He comes off screens like it's an agility course. Schroeder as elusive as they come.
Pass to Okafor. It's stolen by Adams. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Pelicans ahead, leading by a point. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Solomon Hill, Brown out there with Burke. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Okafor in at the center position. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Schroeder's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Oklahoma City. The Pelicans trail. Passes it to Okafor. High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Schroeder kicks to George. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth, and it's in there.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Flat out effort play right there. The kind that can be the difference between a win and a loss.
Brown, good. Brown's got 12 points here in the second half.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Schroeder kicks to Adams. Back to Schroeder. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Schroeder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Here's Brown. That's short off the rim. It's stolen by Brown. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Schroeder. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Brown against Schroeder. And Grant sends it back. They retain possession. And he recovers it. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Gay. Hill against Turner. Lays it up off the glass. And that's now 28 points for Dennis Schroeder.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Gay trying to break free. And it's Brown missing.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
New Orleans making some changes here. Anthony Davis comes in for Rudy Gay. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Hill. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Robertson, he's checked in. Burke, the pass to Brown. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. The reverse. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Anthony Davis.
The fans are loving it right now. AD has been incredible tonight.
And George kicks to Grant. George passes to Adams. Wants to get it to Westbrook, and does. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You know what? It's a big momentum builder for sure. That could be a game-changing moment there.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
And the shot goes down.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Pass to Davis. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
The open shot, George, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Brown kicks to Anthony. Davis in the corner. Outside Anthony. Brown against Westbrook. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by George.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they continue the road trip heading out to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. Then on Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that game against the Bulls, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
That free throw good from Brown. Westbrook with it. The pass to George. Here's Adams. They shoot again.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do. And
he makes the first. New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith,